smokes all day. Serving up pets in a spicy pot. Books of a podcast make it hot. Neighbors talk, but they can't see. Haitian plates of mystery. Secret spice in every dish. He's cooking dreams. He's cooking fish. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Mix it up, can't get enough. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Cooking up a spicy bluff. Cats and dogs all disappear into flavors far and near. With a pop he sings along recipes to reggae song. Round the block they line up long for a taste he's never wrong. Spice with tales from audiobooks. In the kitchen, good stuff cooks. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Mix it up, can't get enough. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Cooking up a spicy bluff. Cooking up a spicy bluff. Cats and dogs all disappear into flavors far and near. With a pop he sings along recipes to reggae song. Round the block they line up long for a taste he's never wrong. Spice with tales from audiobooks. In the kitchen, good stuff cooks. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Mix it up, can't get enough. Good stuff, oh, good stuff. Cooking up a spicy bluff. Cooking up a spicy bluff.
You're sleepy, 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 take a nap. You're sleepy, 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 take a nap.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Pritchard Pub. I'm your esteemed host, AC Pritchard. I know, just AC today, just AC. And I am proud to, as you may have guessed, our guests today are the Goodstuffs, Mr. and Mrs. Goodstuff. How you guys doing today?
All right. Thanks for having me. And us, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, what he
Yes,
said.
sir. Yes. So I understand you guys have a cookbook that has a
Yeah.
campaign out.
That is correct. Yes, we do. Some fantastic recipes that her and I have been making for quite a few years now.
Many years.
Many years. Yes.
Sorry, family recipes, so to speak, basically.
Well, some of them, yes. Some of them we've created together on our own. And some of them, they are handed down, so to speak. Like there's a special section in the book, the Grandma Goodstuff section, which are recipes inspired by my mother. So they may not be exact. Some of them are pretty close or maybe exact, but they're at least inspired by her. Stuff that she used to cook and it's stuff that we still do today.
Yeah, before we get into it, because we are at that point in time where there's like a if people don't pass down those traditions, they are at risk of being forgotten. There's a lot of certain generations that are like at that age. But before we continue, for those who don't know, you're also a podcaster, and among other things. as
Yeah,
well?
yeah. I do a show weekly on Thursdays, like previous to this show here at 6 p.m. EST. I do the show The Man Cave. Although we are going to be after next week, we're taking a little hiatus from that, taking a little break. But I still will be going live from time to time. I plan on doing live music watch-alongs and maybe have some info about the band that we're watching, so on and so forth. I've done a couple practice ones, and not that I've gotten like a crap ton of people watching, probably like 3 or 4 maybe, but nonetheless, I love live music, so it's something I enjoy, and I think I want to do that. And
Well,
Mrs. also does some stuff too. What do you do?
Yeah, I do have my own small channel. Basically, it's dedicated to hanging out with a few of my friends for a monthly show that we do, which is just kind of random. We just hang out and laugh and show funny videos and stuff. And then I do true crime stuff, which I haven't done in a while, but there's a trial that's going on right now that's got me like on the edge of my seat. So I'm going to probably end up streaming about that this Sunday.
people eat up that true crime, don't they?
Mhm.
And you know, guys,
do.
you can toss your channels in the private chat, and I'll throw them right in my chat here, and so
Thank you.
people can follow you and stuff. I'll of course do the same with the
Good stuff. You
camping
can
and
do
all that.
both of mine because
Uh-huh.
I know I'm guilty of it too myself. During like the Depp trial, I suddenly was into true crime. I'm watching like the court channels and stuff. I suddenly was like, oh, okay.
I mean,
But
the courtroom is an interesting place, and I actually
Right.
it was last year got summoned for jury duty, and I didn't go all the way through. I didn't actually end up getting selected to serve on the jury, but it was for a murder trial, and it was really interesting to go through. There's a lot of like waiting for if you get summoned for jury duty. I mean, you spend a lot of your time just bored and waiting in a room full of strangers, but to actually see the court process play out is pretty cool.
I can think of a point in my life where that would have been actually kind of beneficial, where it's like, okay, I'm just sitting here, I'm just gonna write lyrics, or I'm gonna write out a chapter of my book or something, whatever
There
it
you go.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us some more about yourself. I know my wife typically likes to ask about family stuff. So do you guys have children?
Yes, we do. We have 2. We have a 26-year-old daughter and a 19-year-old son,
Nice, nice.
and they are both extremely talented individuals. Our daughter is an extremely good vocalist.
Oh, nice. So she's
And
pursuing music then.
what's that? I'm sorry.
She's pursuing music then.
No, not necessarily.
Oh,
She sings really well.
oh, nice.
It's just something that she does
Yeah,
kind of
she
on the side
enjoys it.
for fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a fun thing for her, but she probably could pursue it if she attempted to and put forth the effort.
I think the future looks pretty promising for vocalists. I think you're going to see a lot more. Basically, there's going to be a lot of room for anybody who has the chops for it. Essentially,
Yeah.
so like if, for example, AI music, like we heard in the intro, you can get instrumental, just an instrumental, and then sing over it. So if you got the chops for it,
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, it could
You know,
happen.
yep. So I mean, some people might argue that that'll water everything down, but I actually vehemently disagree. I think the strongest vocalists with the most experience will know how to utilize the new tools or be completely unaffected by it because they already have such a streamlined process and the resources available. And it only opens the door for everybody, which means only the best and most determined will rise from the top amongst all them. You know, so basically, that person who's a really good lyricist and vocalist, or just really good at whatever they're good at, gets to actually show themselves to the world because maybe they don't have the resources, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, I got you. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, so it's like an
Well, you also
equalizing.
have a younger generation that's more in tune with technology, that isn't used to doing something the
Mhm.
old-fashioned way. I think they'll grow more into adapting, to actually creating their own lyrics behind this AI generated music. I think it'll be interesting to see.
I you know, and even though like what I played before the show has lyrics on it and vocals, and it's very possible it's even good, you know, it's like there's even kind of like some emotion in it. It's actually really impressive. Your song that I made here is one of my favorite that I've made for guests, just because I was not expecting that level of soul. I was just like, this chick, holy crap, it sounds real at parts. But
yeah,
essentially it's interesting how the real secret sauce, for you know, no pun intended, or pun actually intended. Before we get into your campaign here, I'll just digress a little bit more. The secret sauce being the instrumentals being able to be generated. Like I said, it opens the door for everybody.
yeah.
That oddly props up the most human aspect of music, which is the vocals, because like you think, oh, just because you can generate vocals, yeah, a lot of people will, but it doesn't mean everybody will. There's vocalists out there still that are better than like the AI. You know? Somebody who could sing your Good Stuff song here and probably make us cry exists, I'm sure.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. But anyway, campaign time.
Yes.
What are we dealing with here as far as the campaign goes? What do you got?
What do we got? Well, I mean, we have our campaign is being crowdfunded on our own website. We're not going Indiegogo or Kickstarter or anything. So the website itself is built by Ray Haylock, and the crowdfunding plugin we're using is also built by Ray Haylock. So
nice.
All of this is there's no platform fee. It's a one-time fee for it. So once you pay for it, it's done. It's over. There is no ongoing fees that you have to pay 5% or however much it is for Indiegogo and Kickstarter and all that. And you can customize it to everything exactly how you want it. So it's working out really well for us. The campaign's going a bit better than we expected. We had a campaign goal of 500. We're at 1189 right now, so that's awesome.
Congrats, dude. That's amazing. You passed up my campaign. That's amazing. But you obviously working with Belmont, Justin Belmont, for those who are unfamiliar, is your co-host, also has campaigns and is familiar. You did a very smart thing by having a very tight short-term goal, a low amount, etc., etc. You set your shows up all in advance, and you were talking about it before you went live and stuff. So I'm not surprised, and good job.
Well, thank you. We had a lot of help with this. There's a lot of people that has a hand in this, whether or not they're technically listed as somebody on the campaign. You know, there are people who we would ask questions like, what should we put on the campaign page? You know, Amanda B was a huge help with this. And of course, Ray Haylock, who, you know, built it. So he's fantastic all in himself right there. But, you know, we had a lot of input from a lot of people. Plus, there's been a lot of help on the campaign itself, a lot of contributors, which you'll see when you get down to the creative team. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great journey, and it's been something to allow us to do close to what we really wanted to do, which was open a restaurant. But as time passes and things happen, and we may be past that point in our lives, but this way, maybe we can get some of those recipes out to everybody. You just have to do it yourself.
And like you had said earlier, it's something that we can hand down and pass down.
Yes.
Hopefully something that our grandkids and their kids might, you know, have a copy of someday. And
right, exactly. Cool. Yeah. That's, you know, leave something for the family, leave something for the kids. This is kind of important.
Exactly. I kind of like the idea of starting with a cookbook and having a goal of restaurant. It seems like the most realistic, like that's the real life way of like kind of, you know, like a lot of people don't really realize that, like, you know, they jump right into like apartments or trying to save up to actually buy a house or something. Like really the most realistic thing is just getting something really small and roughnecking it when you're early in your life, and save up as much money as possible that way, and kind of just keep replacing your house and getting bigger and bigger until you have that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Good idea. I like it. And I think if you guys ever get a restaurant, it'll feel a lot more just we fucking did it. And then you can like bust this open and pop a couple things on the menu. And yeah.
And the cover for the cookbook there, that's done by our son. He did the cover for it.
Is that this yellow?
No, it's the that's the trailer there. It's right over, right there where it says
Right
Eat
here.
Goodstuff with the truck and the diner.
Yeah,
we were wanting a 50s diner style theme with the 50s hot rod truck going down the road, and he nailed it perfectly. I was looking exactly what I was wanting, a cartoony kind of feel to it, with a badass truck with flames and shit coming off of it.
and you can tell it's like hand drawn, and it's like, you guys, it's a family thing. So it's like, heck yeah. You can just take one look at this and just be like, I like it. You know what I mean? I've been to diners like this, and they're great.
Yep. And the reason for the 50s diner theme is, my parents, the book is dedicated to them, Grandma and Paul Goodstuff, and we call them Grandma and Paul because they're my mom and dad. But once my us and my brother and sister had kids, they became Grandma and Paul. So they're Grandma and Paul Goodstuff, but they grew up in the 50s, the true 50s. My dad was a greaser with the grease back, jet black hair, with the white t-shirt with the cigarettes rolled up on the sleeve, and my mom wearing the poodle skirts and all of that. They were true 50s. So that's where the 50s diner theme comes from.
She used to say that she married your dad because he looked like Elvis.
That is correct. Yes.
She loved Elvis.
Elvis was a big deal. One of those icons for I won't say pop music, but popular music, I would say.
Yeah.
Elvis
Third generation's Michael Jackson.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael's a big deal too.
Taylor Swift.
What did she do? Nothing. She didn't do anything.
She's just fucking everywhere.
She's the algorithm.
She writes a lot of breakup songs.
I'm convinced she always was using AI when I'm listening to this AI music. And I know it's like, well, the AI music is like copying her, it's impersonating. Well, it's like, I listen to some of the stuff and I know that's probably the case, that they trained it on the most popular ones, but I just seriously cannot help but think. I cannot help but think, man, they've been practicing with the stuff for a while.
Right.
Once you figure out a formula, that's what I'm kind of getting at. The Beatles, I would point to as one of the first, to really perfect the formula. Elvis is in there too, as far as performance and quote unquote the band, that whole thing, popular, rock music and all that. But I digress. Talk music all night, but yeah.
But a fun era to sort of set the cookbook against, because there were just so many different things that you could tie in with it, and like the color scheme of everything, and the style and the feel, and even some of the styles of the recipes that we have. So
exactly. The Grandma Goodstuff section is set to a 50s diner theme. It's with the 50s diner and the black and white check and all of that, but the rest of the book is not set to a 50s diner theme style as far as the pages go.
I really like the ring design here. Is this the standard design here?
Yeah, you get your choice of the Wiro bound, which is what that is, or the hardcover. So you have your choice.
That's cool.
Once we hit the stretch goal, we were able to give people a choice of which one they wanted.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so it says here, we're excited to present Eat Goodstuff, a cookbook with over 40 recipes that we created from over many years of preparing meals together, inspired by a love of cooking. This book includes a wide variety of delicious recipes, including main dishes, side dishes, rubs. I almost said rubes. Maybe some rhubarb, right?
Right,
some rubes, marinades, and desserts, ranging from moderate in complexity to extremely easy. So that's important for like entry-level cooks, and then also people who know a lot about it.
Yes.
There is a special section set to the 50s diner theme. That's what you were talking about here.
Mhm.
Grandma's. Yep, Grandma Goodstuff. Cool. She taught us in early life how to prepare simple, comforting meals on a tight budget, and includes recipes we still cook today, which is true. Man, the old traditional diet was there for a reason. Like, a lot of people try to make fun of, like, I don't know, let's just say Southern cooking, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, something heart attacks, something heart attack,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Uh, but then you find out that your brain needs like collagen, and like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like vegan billionaires need to take like 60 supplements like every single day just
Oh wow.
to be normal or above average, a normal person, right? And part of that is because there's so many things that are only found in like meat,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and things like butter. There's a reason butter like makes everything taste so much better. It's because your body's telling you, like animal fat and stuff, like
Yeah.
Right.
your
Fat
body's
is
telling you,
flavor.
yeah. And it's like your brain needs it to like develop and like
Uh-huh.
think clearly and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
it all.
Even with my chili recipe that you find in there, it says drain some of the grease. It doesn't say drain all of the grease.
Mhm.
It says drain
Cholesterol.
some of the grease. You
Cholesterol,
need
I
that.
think, cholesterol was the other thing I think was like the big, like, it's like cholesterol and like I don't know if gluten is one of them. Gluten I know is like debated, but yeah, like cholesterol, your brain needs it, and
Hmm.
they're just like, oh, it's high in cholesterol, don't do it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. We could go on. I'm
Well, we
excited about
didn't
this.
measure any. Yeah, we did all the proper measurements throughout the cookbook, but we did not gauge any of the fat content
No,
or
it
any of the
didn't. Yeah.
cholesterol. However, health conscious people are used to looking at menus and deciding that they can cut fat by substituting.
Hmm.
Exactly. Thinking of it as a menu is a good way to look at it, because and that's what this ring design reminds me of a little bit, is like a
Uh-huh.
menu.
Mhm.
You can really see it
Yeah.
here. Oh yeah. You can really see it here. I like this. Can I zoom in? Is that working on your guys' end?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it
Yep.
did. Cool. Technology these days. Okay, so grilled bacon wrapped chicken all rouleed.
Yes, and we
Mm.
took all of the pictures of the
Uh-huh.
food.
Yep. Yep.
So all of the food in for these recipes is
And-
pictured and taken by ours truly.
And so I have somewhat of a background in food. That's what I did as my day job for like most of my life, doing
Yeah.
all my music and
Mhm.
stuff. And like the picture really is super important. Like, this is great. And you can see the color popping.
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah.
color jumping out at you is a big thing. And I don't know. There's definitely a wrong way to do it, but there's no real right way to do it, I suppose, is the best way to put it, as long as it just looks appealing.
Yeah.
And this is working, because like they say, a lot of people devour the food looking at it first.
You
With their
eat
eyes.
with your eyes. You
Yeah.
eat
I
with your
know.
eyes first. Presentation is everything. It's one of the
Yeah.
things I learned when I learned how to actually cook down in Florida, was presentation. You have to make that plate look great. You can take
Mhm.
food that tastes okay, and as long as it looks fantastic on the plate, people are going to love it. You can make something that tastes fantastic and you plate it up and it doesn't look all that great. People are going to be like, "Yeah, it's okay."
If it looks like mud, I'm not going in.
Right. I mean, presentation is key. It really is.
I worked at a place. They had this. They were known for like their burgers, right? And spoiler, the only secret to the burgers was like black pepper and steak dust, specifically steak dust, which I can't deny. The steak dust tasted amazing, but that's like really what it is. It just makes the burger into basically a steak sandwich.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So yeah, very good stuff. But what they would do is they'd take that baseline for like all their burgers of like the black pepper and steak dust, and they had this one called the cowboy burger, I think is what it was called. And it was like A1 steak sauce, coleslaw, and deep fried mini onion rings.
Mhm. That sounds good.
Oh, it
I'd
is.
eat it.
I'd try that.
It is.
I'd
But
eat
like, it looks disgusting and sounds disgusting at first, and then you look at it final, and then you're like, okay, I kind of get it though, because it's like the coleslaw has all of its own colors popping out.
Yeah.
But it has like that base of white, or what the coleslaw color, and then you have like the onion rings that breaks all that up, and it just like looks like a very delightful treat actually at the end of the day. And it just, I don't know, they probably chose the coleslaw. They got the idea because of presentation is kind of what I'm getting at. The white coleslaw with the stuff on top.
Yes, exactly.
And
I think I'm big on the I took the pictures for the cookbook. I think almost all of them, if not all of them.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm like really huge on color contrast, and went out and got a couple of different dishes and plates and things, because we have like mostly dark dishes like in our house. And so I was like, gosh, sometimes you just need a white plate or a light background to display your food on, because all of this grilled stuff is so dark. So yeah, I'm always like looking for ways to like make stuff look good. Even when we're cooking or thinking up a recipe, I'll be like, oh, orange for carrot, because that'll look really good. Yeah.
And you can see it here. Like compare it to the background you chose here. It's like same idea. Like this first image, you got yellow, white circles, the spots I pointed out earlier, and then like a white background ultimately. Over here, red, and and then like the white center. It's all thought out, and I just wanted to point that out because I appreciate it. This one, even with the cup in the back, this is just great photography over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good picture. She did really well with that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out there. But yes. We got more. Now this is the actual instructions. Okay.
This is more like the sides.
Yeah, these would be the sides. And go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry, yeah, because all of the main dishes will have pictures with them, and then the sides and the rubs and marinades won't, just for space saving. And so therefore this just kind of gives an example of what those pages will look like without the photos.
Right. But there again, though, like those twice baked potatoes that you see there's not a picture right there, right? But if you scroll up,
right, it was in the
recipe right up there. There's that twice baked potato on the left side of the page, in the picture there.
Specifically because we cooked every single item that we made the recipe for, because we cook from memory and taste and pinch of this, pinch of that. We don't measure everything out, so we actually went through the process of making every single thing. So you'll see those items in a lot of the other pictures as well.
Like the mashed potatoes there, although you don't have a picture right there, but the mashed potatoes are paired with the meatloaf. So you'll see the mashed potatoes on the plate with the meatloaf. So although the picture isn't there, there's a good chance you're going to see the picture elsewhere.
Right.
And then this is the Grandma Goodstuff section.
This looks, the diner. I like it. Yeah. You got a good idea here. I like it. Cool. Yeah, I can see this going the distance, so to speak. You guys, I think you got a good idea here. I think you could keep it going too, ideally. I think you got something.
Thank you.
The Goodstuffs. You could branch off. Like I think last time I had you on the show, we joked about like a 420 friendly version, which would be cool.
Yep, that may happen eventually. You never know.
Yep.
You're just becoming quite specific as far as a group of your audience. You're really narrowing it down at that point.
Yes. So you'd want a good backbone first.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
probably a second idea to pair with that 420.
A little side project, start branching off. Areas.
Like maybe desserts only, and then also the 421 alongside it, and then if one fails, then at least the other one succeeded or something.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody loves dessert, right? So
right.
Yeah.
James.
But yeah, this is a list of all the recipes that will be in this book. So you'll have each one of those
set to the background of the actual cutting board. That's a picture of the actual engraved cutting board on the cutting board tier.
I like it.
Yes, that is available. It's a 12x8 bamboo cutting board, a laser engraved by Flying Feline.
Heck yeah. And that's which tier was that?
That's the chop tier. It's at the very top.
Oh, at the very top.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chop. Oh, there we go.
There
we go. Cool. Yeah, let's go through. Let's catch up a little bit on these tiers. So yeah, you put the chop tier right at the top. I imagine you're pretty proud of offering
Oh
a
yeah,
cutting board.
she did a
Yeah,
great job on that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's.
See.
I mean, if I could offer, it's just a great idea. It kind of reminds me. It's like when you have a comic book and you offer like a canvas of
Hmm.
like one of the pictures. That's kind of
Yeah.
what it
Right.
reminds me of, because you're
And
gonna be
it's
using them.
functional.
Yeah, it's
And we
Yeah.
like the
functional.
fact that it's something that you can give as a gift to. It's not real specific. It's kind of a
Right.
general. It just says "eat good stuff," and that's a nice
Uh-huh.
general sort of universal thing that if you wanted to give it as a gift,
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, because
you don't have to
ideally you
explain a lot.
don't want too much. Like, you still want a flat surface, right?
Hmm.
Ideally,
Hmm.
like you might be able to do more with the trim, but like, yeah, like essentially,
And you could even flip that over and cut on the other
yeah,
side if you didn't want
exactly.
to mess that side up.
Oh, that would probably be the way. Like, you could have like you could go nuts on the bottom,
Yep.
essentially.
Or you buy two and you hang one up on the wall to
Yeah.
keep it nice.
Yep.
Preserve.
Yep. Yep.
And then, of course, the digital tier for
Of
anybody who doesn't
course.
want to pay shipping or where it's not offered, because the physical book is offered in
Yes.
the US, Canada, and UK only. And the shipping to Canada and UK is kind of expensive. So that
Plus,
digital tier is there for that reason.
worldwide, some people only got like $6. There you
Yeah.
go.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
Very
There you
important.
go.
I do think it is important. Like, even if your book's really good, I'm still like, I kept my digital tier. I was like $10 flat. My comic is like twice the length as the next
Mm,
one.
yeah.
Basically the one that I saw that was doing the $10 digital was like basically 30 to 40 pages or something like that.
Hmm.
So I was like, no, that seems like the price, right? So I'm locking it in at that. And I think it's important to do that, because then it's accessible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
people are like, oh, it'll leak. It's like, take it from somebody who intentionally leaked his own band's music. It it can benefit you if it
Yeah.
leaks, especially if you're a little
Yeah.
guy,
Well, there's
right?
a reason we've got it set up to where each one of those you can download. I think it's twice.
Yeah.
You want to share it with somebody, I'm not upset with you for that.
That's kind of
It,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
they
this little
they
recipe.
they may come back and actually buy the next time. You never know.
Right.
But
I actually really like that idea. 2 downloads for the
uh-huh,
digital tier. I
uh-huh.
like that idea because it doesn't matter, right? Because
Right.
like this is kind of a one-off thing. They helped you get the book exists now,
Yeah.
right? Like, it
Right.
exists now because of these
Right.
people. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
download like 5. I don't care. Spread it
Hey,
around.
what's up, Daniel?
Daniel's here.
Hey.
Let me take a
I did
break
a
to say
trailer
hello.
for him. It is quite good,
Oh.
I feel. But anyway, the relish tier right there, you can get 2 books. It's a little bit of a break on the cost of the books and on the shipping as well. And with
Mhm.
that, you can choose, like I said before, you get your choice of hardback or wire bound. So you can choose one of each, or you can choose 2 of the same. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
And the mustard tier is just the book, right?
Just the book. Well,
Yeah.
and that also comes with the digital. Both the mustard tier and the relish tier both come with the digital copy as well.
I think that's something I need to specify and add into my campaign when I get around to updating it next. Is that's a good thing. Like, I only see some people do that, but
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, okay.
why not include a digital into every other
Yeah.
one after that? Because
Mhm.
like, oh, and you get a digital, because it's like, it's invisible. It's
Yeah.
just it's on the computer. It's not like
Yeah.
you're mailing
And
anything.
especially with a cookbook, what if they don't want to mess that cookbook up from being in the kitchen? They can just pull it up on their phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could be anywhere and pull it up on your phone.
Share it with your aunt in Florida. Take a screenshot.
Right. Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
And yeah. I digress, but like, yeah, it's just I think it's important. But
Yeah, I agree.
relish cheer. What do we got? Top
tier is a baseball cap with the Eat Good Stuff logo, which is embroidered. It's not a patch. It's not an iron-on. It's embroidered on there. It's good quality stuff.
Yeah, I'm a hat guy too, so that's cool. I went out of my way to get mine embroidered with some I don't want to say personal stuff, but just like some Andy flair, I'll say.
Right.
Some
Yeah. There
AC
you go.
flair.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Like my zip code and like, yeah. Anyway.
Right. Right.
So,
And
covered tier.
covered tier gets that same embroidered baseball cap as well as a T-shirt.
I need to get a T-shirt on mine.
Which we each have one of those T-shirts.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah, they're
quality.
they're quality. They're comfy. Yeah, they're good stuff. And oh, go ahead.
Go. No, you go.
I was
won't
just going to
forget.
say all of the merch I have sitting in boxes right over here, waiting to go. There is no waiting for it. The only thing we haven't ordered are the T-shirts because of sizes. But the hats are all ready to go right here. The cutting boards, Flying Feline already has them done and ready to go. And then this next tier with the cook tier, which is the baseball cap that's embroidered, as well as the apron that's embroidered with the Eat Good Stuff logo. Those aprons are all sitting right over here. So there is no waiting for anything.
A lot of people do care about that, and the way your campaign is set up is kind of geared for that. Like, hey, 1 month long, low thing, back my thing, send you stuff, done, based.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and the book, it will be sent to print within a couple of days after we shut it down, which is on Halloween.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we're moving immediately to fulfillment as quickly as
As
possible,
quickly
getting
as
everything
possible,
that we
yes.
can shipped out as soon as possible in time for Christmas.
Yeah, the timeline is set up to have people receive their books and merch before Christmas. Now, things can happen, shipping, so on and so forth, but
hurricanes.
With the timeline, with the quote from the printer of how long it's going to take to get the books, with us closing it down on Halloween, everything is set up for everybody to have the books in time for Christmas, so they could make a very nice Christmas gift.
Genius idea. And having everything go ready to go also kind of factors into what I was going to say here, is like a good benefit to indie creators out there listening. A good benefit of these crowdfunding campaigns is stuff like this right here, this hat, this shirt. If you didn't have that made already, you made your goal, you can get it made right after you meet your goal on these things. The important thing, it's like what we said about the book earlier, it exists now. So you can then open, like, just keep some sort of storefront open somewhere, whether that's because I could see this as like a one-off thing, a certain quality. It's printed already. You went very specific to get the best quality for your campaign. But then, like, once the storefront opens, maybe you switch to like a Teespring so that it's on demand, and you find like a hat person, and maybe your profit margins go down a little bit, but then, hey, it's like set and forget, and it's there. That's the important thing, is that it exists, right? That's one thing I'm excited for when my campaign closes, is I'm going to have, because I do want to add a shirt also myself. At least one design,
right?
But that stuff all exists, and like once the campaign closes out and you're done, we keep that. People should keep all that stuff somewhere. Like that poster, that everything. Keep it somewhere with some sort of print on demand service. Because
as far as these tiers go, the covered, the cook, and the top, the hat and the shirt, the hat and the apron, there's 5 each of those available only. Those are exclusive. That's it. There's not going to be a print on demand. If we have any left over at the end of the campaign, after fulfillment is complete, then we will throw it up on the website, but the price will increase. These prices are specific for this crowdfund. And then we do have one more tier down there.
The secret.
It was secret. It's not secret anymore.
That's out of the bag.
Yes, it
Get
is
a good look. Get a good look of the secret.
Right. It's their leather wine totes, hand painted by Shay the Red, Gaslight. 2 of those are spoken for, because there's only 4 available, and those 4 are it. There's not multiple of each. There's only one of each of those. But the cheeseburger and the taco are gone, so all you have left to choose from is the ramen or the sundae. And with that you get the free book and your choice of YRO, bound, or hardcover, and shipping is only $5 for that tier.
That's amazing. Yeah, I was on the Red Valkyrie stream, and that was
Yeah.
a good time. That was a good time. Shay and
Yes.
Cyborg are good people.
Yeah.
And I really wish them success. She did a good job here.
She did a great
Totally
job.
surprised me and blew my mind when I invited them. You know, they're like both black screen for a while, and I was like, oh man, I almost had to cancel. And she's like, I would have been so pissed. And I'm like, I'm like, oh geez, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, why? Here's why. And then she switches her camera on, and she's just in full orc
Absolutely.
cosplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes all out
Yeah,
for
she
her
does.
cosplays. She does such a great job.
Yeah.
So shout out
Even
to
some of like the more complicated because every time they have a guest on their show and you know they're talking about their book, even some of the more complicated characters for like Justin Belmont, she dressed up like Smokes the Fox and like made this homemade fox mask. I was like, good grief.
That's
it was
amazing.
great.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
the creative team here, a lot of people helped out on this. Of course, you know, myself and Mr. Goodstuff. Goodstuff the second, our son, did the cover art. Dean James is doing the back cover art, which I just got the pencils approved today. And he's going to be inking it up, and it looks fantastic. It's going to look so good. And which I'll show you in a few, because I do have that I can show you. And then Luke Aglietta, Death Metal Hero, did the stretch goal bookmark art, which we hit, and everybody who backed will be getting the bookmark, which is awesome because it's me. It's super cool. And then, of course, Ray Haylock, who did the web design for the website itself and the crowdfunding toolkit he designed, which he did a fantastic job. And there are a few things I would like to point out here soon that he's done with this that you can't get done on other platforms. One of the big things that I think is cool is backer ID numbers are important to a lot of people. And when you back this, as soon as you check out, right there on your checkout page, you get your backer ID. You don't have to wait for it to be emailed. You don't have to wonder, what's my backer ID number? What's going on? You know instantly right there.
Yeah, we did a giveaway. The first 3 backers got a spatula, and those first 3 backers knew right away that they were the winning backers and could throw it in the chat.
That's right.
I am really excited to hit 50 because I promised 50 posters.
Oh, nice.
50. Yeah.
Oh,
I
cool.
really want to at least hit that. Because you know, I know the worst part about the poster thing is going to be the shipping, but it doesn't matter to me. I am happy to do it if people are willing to help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I love the idea of giving some stuff for the first few people, because they are obviously the ones that at least believed in you the most and had the resources to back it at the time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Flying Feline doing the cutting board laser production. She did a fantastic job. And then anybody who signed up and backs gets a Eat Good Stuff magnet, which Justin Belmont made those. And then Shay here, of course, did the custom hand-painted Weatherline tote. And if you click on any one of these names in the yellow, it takes you right to their Twitter, which is one of the things that Ray has set up in this that you can't do on the other ones. So yeah, any of those you click, it takes you right to
a cool
it.
feature.
Yeah,
really cool feature. Cool. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. And I mean, I don't have a creative team section. I just kind of, and the whole time I'm like, me and Luke Stone, art by Luke Stone, blah 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 blah. You know,
right?
It'd be cool to, maybe I should do something like this. I'm trying to learn from everybody I get on here. So I'm new to the campaign stuff, but yeah, encouraging this just in general. Great idea. We do it in video. We do it in live streams like this, right? Anybody who's on it, I'm going to put your links in the.
Right.
By the way, links in the description for anybody.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah. But yeah, it makes sense for this. Why wouldn't we also do
it?
Right. This?
Yep. And then another cool thing about this, if you scroll up a little bit and you get to top, close to the top anyway, you get up past all the pictures here.
The tabs.
Right there. The tabs. Go down just a little bit. The goals. If you click on the goals, one of the things I think is really awesome is he's got the progress bar set up for the stretch goals. So you can see where you're at as far as that goes, which I know the other ones don't have either.
Yeah, that's really sweet. A visual representation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's great. It's great.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did a great job. And it was cool too when he was building the website. I was asking, I don't remember what it was. I still can't remember, but I was asking him, can we do this? And he was like, no, it doesn't look like it. Hold on. And like 5 minutes later, he had built a plugin to make it do what I asked for it to do. Like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
He's unreal. He does great work. If you're in the market for a website, Ray's the guy to go to.
Yes. Yep.
It sounds like complicated to do, like off just like, oh, can you do this? I don't know. But then like you just think about it and it's like, yeah, get the goal versus how much it made, convert that into a percentage, get that percentage, and then show a progress bar for percentages or whatever. Yeah, it makes sense here. That's amazing.
And if you go to the updates tab, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
see
yeah,
the
the
bookmark
updates.
that Luke did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we have hit all of our
Stretch
oh,
goal.
there it is. Yeah, we've hit all of our stretch goals. So one of them was 10 random backers will get a hat thrown in with their order. So it's like a lottery. We're just going to randomly pick 10 people, and they're going to get an Eat Good Stuff hat.
Cool.
Yeah, and then there's the secret tier revealed.
Nice close up. Yeah.
They look so good.
The ramen.
I like the ramen too.
Yeah.
And it's left. It's still available.
Yeah,
Currently.
ramen's still available.
I predict that's the next one to go.
Uh-huh.
I predict it.
Yep, and then this is where you get unlocked, where you get the choice of the YRO or the hardcover.
That's cool. Yeah, I just kind of revealed all mine right away. You can tell like you came at this with some experience. It's really nice. It's refreshing too, because some people are. I mean, I'm not the worst out there. So.
Well, we had a lot of help, man. We had a lot of help.
Is this a screen cap? No, this is not a vid.
Screen. Yeah, it's just her posing in the hat.
We were just chilling during the stream and having a good time. And
heck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Ray took that and was all like,
I know. Ray took it. It was like, put in the updates. Thanks. Oh, there we go.
Here's the bookmark.
Oh, this is the bookmark. Okay.
Yeah, this is the bookmark that Luke Aglietta, Death Metal Hero, did. And those are the beer can burgers that I'm grilling down there.
Oh man.
Open those up. They look so good.
Yeah. And then I'm doing the test clicks, clack on the tongs, because you always have to do that.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I like it. I like it. I've
never looked so good.
This is the okay, and this is just the campaign.
Yeah, that was just the first.
The very beginning.
Yeah.
I like the book cover here, or the bookmark. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
You'll need that I mean, these are special ones. But yeah, you'll need that for a book, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah.
How about we let's see, frequently this campaign. Okay. Well, how about we watch this?
Yeah, sure.
If I can full screen.
This was a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
Our daughter is the voice of the waitress.
You know what you're getting?
The chicken roulade looks good, but there's so much to choose from.
I know. Grilled and smoked food from the oven and stovetop, and then there's food that's inspired from Grandma Goodstuff.
And desserts, too. Plus, you can order the Eat Good Stuff cookbook, which I heard has really great recipes in it.
Well, here she comes. You better make up your mind.
Have you folks decided? I'd like to try the bacon-wrapped chicken roulade with the twice-baked potato, please.
Great choices. And for you, sir?
Could I get the beer can burger with mushrooms, red onion, blue cheese crumbles, and brown sugar barbecue sauce with Mrs. G's mashed potatoes on the side, please?
Oh my gosh, I love the beer can burgers.
Wait, I almost forgot. I want to order the Good Stuff cookbook, too.
Perfect. That cookbook will be sent to print in about 30 days. I'll go put your order in and check back with you in a few.
I can't wait to order dessert.
What are you going to order?
I'm getting the campfire apples from Grandma Goodstuff section. I hear they actually put them over a campfire here.
Those sound so good, but I'm getting that retro hot fudge cake. It looks delicious.
I'm so glad I ordered the cookbook Eat Good Stuff. I can't wait to put that thing to use.
Well, with any luck, you'll have the cookbook by Christmas. Eat Good Stuff cookbook, packed with over 40 delicious recipes handcrafted by Mr. and Mrs. Goodstuff. Back it today, exclusively at goodstuffcreations.net.
Based.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
I did.
I got a fantastic idea again. With the you hear the restaurant aesthetic in the background.
That was Mrs. G. I was coming up with the trailer for it, and I was working on it. And she's like, what would sound really cool is if you had like a restaurant ambiance sound. And then I'm like, wait a second.
Like
What
diner,
if we
just
make it
clanky.
like we're ordering from the fucking book
Yeah.
with that restaurant ambiance? And then it just kind of came out like that. So it was like we were sitting down to order.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
My son says yes. Yes. He says yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Perfect.
Approval.
So
Woo-hoo.
yeah, I think you guys got a good thing going here.
Thank you.
Let me just highlight the campaign thing here one more time if I can find it. Good Stuff Creations. Yep, right there. For those watching, I have it on screen right now. It's in the description for those interested in backing.
Yes.
I highly encourage it. Just one of the better ideas around, man. Just gotta say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you can feel safe and secure when you check out because the checkout is through Stripe, just like you would on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or anywhere else you go, basically. So you don't have to worry about that.
Substack.
And really, Ray Haylock with his stuff. If you don't mind, I'm going to put his link in the private chat.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And this is his website. If anybody is interested in his services in general, website building, if you have your website, you just want to plug in and do your own campaigns, you can do that as well.
Ooh,
that's how you can get a hold of him.
If Bat Sauce is still in the chat, which let me see here. Bat Sauce, beep beep. Yeah, you with the wrench, Bat Sauce. Maybe hit up Ray. Just saying, because
he does great work, and if you want to see it, just look at our campaign.
Yeah.
And
the entire website.
The website. He did the websites. Yeah, he did all of that. So
I did notice, like, I mean, just the tab section alone, right? With the progress bar, that kind of can shows you right there. Okay, it's just more than just like flat.
And the cool thing with this the crowdfunding toolkit is you can run multiple campaigns at the same time using this plugin. You can, it's not one and done. Like we plan on using it again if we do another cookbook. So you can do it once you make that the one-time payment to Ray, and he'll teach you how to set it up so that the next time you go to do your campaign, you're doing it yourself and you don't need him. But depending on what package you choose depends on how much time he spends with you and how much he teaches you. But by the time you're done or he's done with you, you're going to know how to do it. So you pay once, and that's all you pay is that one time. And then after that, you can do as many campaigns as you want.
Yeah. So in addition to our campaign, we did the sign up on the site. There's also a separate merch tab which is separate from the merch
just
that we offered
regular
on
merch,
the campaign, which was cool because when we were doing the campaign, we had people that would go in, order a cookbook, and then go in and buy a sweatshirt off of the regular.
Yeah, the regular, which isn't part of the campaign. But it's the website,
plus the other services, which was the main goal of the site setup, was Goodstuffs video editing services. So we've essentially got several different areas out of one website, all thanks to and compliments of Ray Haylock.
Yes.
Good
Fantastic job. Yeah, great guy.
Good at what he does.
He's very meticulous, and if it ain't perfect, it's not done. That's the thing with him. If it's not perfect, it's not done.
I know. Everybody I work with, I try to leave it open-ended, kind of, so to speak. Which, not gonna lie, that can get aggravating sometimes when it's like people. tweak that a little bit, tweak that. And I'm guilty of it too as a vocalist with my engineers and like
Uh-huh.
I'm covered, tattoos. So
Uh-huh.
I try to like not be that guy, but then leave it open for them to be that guy because I want. At the end of the day, you just want people to be happy with what you're like creating
Uh-huh.
for them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You
Sure.
just
Exactly.
like that's the whole point. Like, if you're not, then it's some kind of snake oil salesman mentality to just not care about like what people's satisfaction in your product. I guess
Hmm.
it's not like I want everybody to love me kind of thing. It's like taking pride in like quality. I don't know. And just making sure the job is done. Actually, I
Yeah.
think that's where a lot
Yeah.
of it
Yeah.
stems for me is like I leave it open-ended because I actually want closure. I want to make sure it's done, it's good, you're satisfied, and we can both kind of
Yeah.
go on to the next thing,
Ray's also
Yeah.
great to work with because he has the patience of a saint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does. Yes, he does.
Yes.
And also, he hosts the website as well. It's on his server. So
okay, that's cool.
there's that as well.
Yeah, he's saying here he made it on WordPress, which is
Uh-huh.
I know that's a challenging thing to learn. Like, man, like everything these days, it's like once you get a tool, you need to like almost become an expert in it, and like people really stand out, right? Like
Yeah.
even what I can do in Audacity versus like what somebody entry level can do versus what like somebody who understands what's actually going on. It's a
Yeah.
big difference between all three steps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same for art and everything. Like it's just it's a thing. You got to become like an expert in everything, and it's
Right.
just crazy to look around and see like, oh, there's a sound guy, there's a different kind of sound guy, and there's a third type of sound guy, and it just keeps going. Here's your 50 shades of art guys, here's your 3 different website guys or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Printers
Right.
too, like I don't it's amazing. Because I can promise you that Ray could probably get together with the next website guy, and they would both be able to teach each other stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the same with audio engineering.
Yeah.
But I digress. But Tim McKay's here. What up, Tim?
So
Very high testosterone. You can tell from the beard. He's
yeah.
got the beard. I'm rocking the baby face, so you can't tell. You can't tell. There's 4 little clue with the
Shave this morning.
yeah. Right before the stream, yeah. The man cave, man. What can I say?
Right.
So just to start winding down here, you guys got anything else like campaign related you wanted to talk about before we talk about some like regular like everyday stuff and kind of start heading towards the exit, so to speak?
Well, we do plan on doing a closeout stream next Thursday on Halloween. It's I plan on having a couple of giveaways. I'm not 100% sure exactly what yet. I do know I'll have an Edge Punk digital interactive magazine demo with a subscription package to go along with it. I know I'll have at least one of those, but beyond that, I'm not 100% sure, but I will have something.
Goodstuff Rub?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Goodstuff Rub. Definitely have samples of the Goodstuff Rub, which is a recipe that's in the cookbook. So I'll have samples of that to be able to send with your purchase, your backing of whatever it is you may back when we offer that. So
the rub, that reminds me of A Drink with Crazy. You guys should collab with them in the future or peer pressure them into, I don't even know if you're familiar.
I am familiar, and I've watched the Flip City launch
cool.
on their channel.
It's a good one. So Drink and his wife, she's really into, like, they have like a garden, and they make like barbecue sauces with like different peppers that they grow.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I was at their barbecue, and they had these jalapeno poppers with jalapenos from the garden, and nobody could touch them. And I remember my co-host, Chris, the ultimate kahuna, he had like one bite, and he was like sweating, and I'm just like, I ate like 4 and I was fine. I wanted more. It was just delicious. You know what I mean?
Great.
Me and my wife got one of their barbecue sauces a while back. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah, there's 2 barbecue sauce recipes in the cookbook. One's just a regular sweet one, and then one's a chipotle, a little bit more spicy one. If we do another cookbook, I got 3 barbecue sauces I'll be putting in that one. They're special ones.
Who knew
I
you
think-
could do so much with barbecues? Like I just grew
I
up with
know.
regular old. I think we used to
Oh.
buy like it was probably like Staff brand or something. when
Right.
They
Yeah.
was still around, and yeah, it was just regular old. Tasted like sweet ketchup, and
Right.
now there's so many different
Yeah.
things you can do. It's
Mhm.
so cool.
You know,
Yeah.
I was talking about the 420 friendly side projects in the future. Since you guys did so good and you've proved, basically the other good thing about the succeeding is it's a proof of concept, which means you can repeat it. Like
Yeah.
you were saying earlier with Ray, you can have unlimited campaigns.
Uh-huh.
So that being said, 420, whatever, that's funny and gimmicky and stuff. But on a more real note, we were just talking about sauces. Why not good sauce with the stamp Goodstuff Creations on it? Good
Mhm.
sauce, right? It's another book, similar size.
Yeah.
It's all sauces.
Right. Yeah.
And I brought up desserts earlier, and then there's like
Uh-huh.
good breakfast. I
Yeah.
don't know, good whatever. You could
Right,
just
right.
pick a thing.
Very
essentially.
versatile. Yeah.
Yes.
And there's
I like
always
it.
another
I like
sauce.
where your
right?
thoughts are going. Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I do
that's
have a lot
what-
of sauces.
When I start like daydreaming and hoping, like, and wondering where this can go in the future, aside from the restaurant, right? Because I
Right.
like to ask people, kind of like, I don't know, like, not like where they see themselves in 5 years, but like what their plans are, because especially with authors, think about how much an author can just get lost world building.
Right.
It's the same with career building. It's the same with that. Like I can just, like right now I'm lost in, I'm wandering around in comic campaign and music video land. That's kind of where I'm like lost in right now. I'm just kind of like wandering, like navigating, when I'm also trying to be an author as my main thing, and I haven't like written prose for a while, but it's because I'm like writing music videos and new songs and stuff. So I rationalize it to myself like that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. But I digress. You guys, are you near like the recent disasters on the East Coast? I don't know where you guys are located at.
We're
Are you on
in
the East Coast?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati.
We're somewhat close when the hurricane, which is the one that hit North Carolina real bad. Helene? Was that
One of them.
Helene?
Mm-hmm. That was the
Yeah,
first one.
Yeah, that one, we got a bunch of wind. It knocked out our internet for a couple of days, but beyond that, it wasn't horrible.
We even just recently got the residual wind. I'm up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota, we had a wind warning. There was no like storm. It was just
Uh-huh.
windy as fuck. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I wonder
Yep.
what that is. I wonder what all this is right now. This is
Yeah.
just residuals from all this storm shit from the Gulf.
Yeah.
Really wild that, like, I don't know if you guys have seen. I mean, I'm glad you guys are safe, Ohio. It also makes me even more proud of the theme song I made for you guys with the Haitian Treats of Mystery.
Oh yeah, that's like an hour and a half away from us. where that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for the record, can you clear it up for everybody? Is that happening?
That's what I'm gathering from I haven't been there
Yeah.
to witness it myself, but from the videos I'm seeing, I'm
From
going to believe
residents.
the people on the street before I'm going to believe anybody else. And
Exactly.
the people
it's like,
on the street are saying it's happening. They're showing videos of them cutting something up in a fucking public park. So,
and not only that, people have done their sleuth work and dug up videos from like 6 to 10 years ago, with the same types of people
Mm.
just
Mhm.
barbecuing something on their barbecue that is clearly not.
That ain't a
Right.
steak.
right.
Yeah.
That's not
And
a
it's somebody, literally a resident from Ohio in the video, like, dude, look at that, they're eating the cats, look at that. And it's from like 10 years ago, you know what I mean? And then it's just like
Uh-huh.
right after the
Wow.
debate, everybody's saying
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Good
Crazy
stuff. And I
stuff.
joke and say we're gonna do some live on location
Yeah,
investigative
we should
reporting and
go
drive
there.
up there and
It's not far.
get the
That'd be
real
cool.
story.
That'd be cool. And talk to the normal people, because what really sold it for me, because like you can always get normal people that are like, yeah, I saw Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, body cam footage, police reports. I mean,
Multiple people saying the same thing.
it's like
Different people. I don't know.
at this point, I don't really care what mayor's saying what. It's like the people, the police reports. It's because I don't know if you are keeping up with some of the other. There's a few crazy things that are happening, and the government keeps saying no, that's just a lie.
Mhm.
Like the resources for the disaster relief. Right?
Yes.
We were just talking about that. They like to say, oh, there's just like not enough, but somehow at the same time they're getting plenty of it, and no, we're not sending it to this social program in the government. And but yet yes, people need more help, but no, we're not going to let people come in and help. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very weird. And then with the apartment complexes being taken over, for example,
Up in
literally
Colorado. Yeah.
at this point they're like, oh, it's just a handful of issues. And it's like, wait, hold on, just a little bit ago you were saying this is an outright lie, and now you're saying
Right,
it's just a handful. So at what point is a handful of apartments, like how many apartment buildings need to be taken over at gunpoint before it's now a big deal, or at least a deal, right? Because you were saying it wasn't happening at all, and the fact of the matter is, if it is happening at all one time, but the fact that it's a handful of times, it's like, wow.
Yeah. And the fact that you said no, it's definitely not happening, and then you're like, well, I guess it's happening.
Yeah,
but it's really not that bad.
Yeah. And then the disaster relief, right? That's the third thing. These are all topical things that I've kind of had my mind blown with recently, that I'm just like, it blows. Like, it's one thing to suspect that people are gaslighting you, and it's another thing to outright, flat out know that they are, right? And it's like, thank God for the internet. And like people in what is it, South Carolina and like Florida, just on the ground reporting, talking about all the unalived people washing up on shore. They say that's a lie, because look, here's how many people have been found. There was only this many casualties, but what they don't tell you is they can only document the casualty like once it's been identified, which it takes a while to identify. So you're just going to see the casualties go up. And the fact of the matter is, there's like a whole countryside of mountain roads. I don't know if listeners have driven on mountain roads, but it's usually just 2 lanes winding up and down the mountain.
Sometimes one. Yeah,
and hurricanes typically, no, not even typically. I'll just be straight. They never happen in the mountains. Hurricanes never happen in the mountains. So none of these people have like flood insurance.
Right.
And they say they can only get relief if they have insurance, which they don't have because they're in the mountains.
Yeah.
Right, Booba? Yeah.
You have a guest.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Yes. He features every now and then. He features.
There you go.
But yeah, it's crazy when like Elon swoops in right away, right?
Yeah.
With Starlink, and he's like, there you go. Now you can at least be connected, right?
Yeah.
And then the government's like, we don't see anything. And I'm not disparaging FEMA, because they can only do so much. They have their own suspicious crap going on. I don't know if you remember, like in the 2010s, all the FEMA coffins. Do you remember that conspiracy?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh boy, where do they have those right now?
Yeah, and why aren't they allowed to fly drones over top of the FEMA places down there?
They have their own things, but I'm not disparaging them for their relief in here, because at the end of the day, they can only do so much as the funding that they've been given. And the fact that people won't move funding around when it's a hurricane, it's a disaster, emergency, right? That's the definition of like, extenuating circumstances or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that billionaires have to swoop in, and then other rich people, you're not even letting them come with their helicopter.
Yeah.
It's a strange time to be alive. It really is.
It is. It is.
It's like everything that you saw on TV as a kid is like actually possible, and it's a little scary.
1984. We were warned. We were warned about this.
You remember? Of course you guys do. If I remember, you guys do. But like, okay, chemtrails. Oh, that's
Mhm.
not happening. They're fucking modifying the weather. It's like a stone's throw away from turning the frogs gay. Now we've been modifying the weather. We're openly doing it. I'm a cloud seeding pilot kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's all coming out now. And then weird shit like patents for hurricane control.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
yo, you can
So
control
wild.
hurricanes. Oh, okay. Yeah. And this is, MK Ultra type stuff was a conspiracy not that long ago. It almost seems like every single fucking conspiracy is coming true.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Sudden-
Well,
It's almost
okay. So
Suddenly, Alex Jones doesn't seem so crazy.
oh, why the fuck do you think that they got him out of the picture? He's
Oh, I
gone now,
know.
man. Oh yeah. The
I
dude's having a
know.
rough time. His whole life is like he doesn't even care anymore. Like I could probably get him as a guest at this point. He'll go on any show and he'll be drunk, but it's Alex Jones.
right.
It sucks. It's really sad to see, man.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like, okay, when you do something like he's doing, you're going to be wrong sometimes. But the amount of times the guy was right and the amount
yeah.
of fire that was cast his way when he brushed up against the machine, so to speak,
Yeah.
Big Brother, just says it all. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be right all the time. You can even be wrong a lot, but he wasn't even wrong a lot.
Right.
Maybe.
No, he's becoming more and more true as time goes on.
Yeah. Turning the frogs gay. Everybody jokes about that. Well, it was proven true. He just
It was proven
said
true.
it a little too directly. It's not necessarily gay, but they're like doing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's funny.
I mean,
It's
he
crazy.
was right.
Yeah,
He wasn't wrong.
He was on the show Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura, yeah.
Amazing.
And that show, they didn't even have a full season. It got canceled.
No, they never did.
And I was
air
really
that last episode. Yeah.
I really wanted to see the last episode.
Well, that minute was
I don't
true.
remember what it was supposed to be about, but yeah,
I don't either.
Shut that stuff down. Shut it down.
And then,
That's us says I should get Alex Jones on the Iron Seas.
There you go. Do it.
I can try. Like I said, he'll be drunk, but he'll be Alex Jones. He, man, it's rough. It's rough. I know even a couple big names, like I think Blair White, the trans conservative talk show host, had him on and had to like cancel the episode because he was just so fucked up that they had to like not stream.
That's great.
Yeah.
And he's still streaming on a regular basis, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's still out there doing stuff.
I would be.
He is.
I would. Alex.
He's probably got to pay for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And he will always have his name, no matter how much the machine wants. So, even if it came down to it, like he could be like, "Listen, Tim Pool, I'll come on your show, but I need some of the super chats because I need to pay my rent." Like people will be down for that. Just give them a percentage and make the theme of the show. Try to kind of like gas up the super chats a little bit that time. Like, why not? I don't know. There's always going to be something for that guy though. Canceling.
Well, people love a comeback story, so hopefully.
Yeah, they love underdogs. Yeah. And
maybe something. Who knows?
The Diddy stuff too. Epstein 2.0. We could just we could keep going.
Oh yeah.
So weird. Yeah.
Well, all I gotta say is the future has lots of good stuff in it. Right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Potential good stuff restaurant and more awesome books in the future.
Yes, sir.
Also some messed up stuff. So I just wanted to, bring all that up just to like tell everybody to just stay safe. Thank everybody for listening and all that.
Yep.
But yeah, man, if you're not plugged in, I mean, you're going to have to at some point with the way the world's going. I'm not saying go to the people listening. I'm not saying go full on tinfoil hat, but like hold a couple contradicting ideas in your mind at the same time and maybe look into some of it. Because like I said, it seems like every single conspiracy is coming true. I mean, I just saw something the other day about, what is it? Scientists just discovered a new life form in the atmosphere that's like plasma. And they think that it can manifest. It's what it's called. It's like self-organizing. Self-organizing is the two first words for people who want to try to Google search it. And I'm sorry if I can't remember it, but it's like self-organizing plasmoids. I want to say is what it's called. And you can imagine it. You have an atmosphere, right? And if the atmosphere is ionized and filled with plasmoids, and these things can self-organize, then you can have something like a hologram appear in front of you, or maybe something like a UFO that from a distance looks like a weird saucer.
Oh boy.
And made out of metal, but it's actually these. I don't know what's true anymore.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like that's crazy. And then you can even take it a step further and be like, oh well, what if those things just kind of like form into like a demon or like an angel, or like it gets really weird. It gets really weird. So like stuff like that's happening, and I just want to say everybody out there who's just like trying to live, man, just stay safe. Stay safe and watch out for these plasmoids.
Keep your eyes open.
Right.
Have some good stuff, But yeah, any last things before we wrap up here?
No, just eat good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for coming.
Order some video editing.
And I hope the missus feels better.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. She's messaging me right now. I think it went okay, but we will see after the show. And just a quick self plug. I have been hard at work turning all of my music videos into clips. I did like over 60 clips today.
Wow.
We launched a brand new TikTok for my band over on TikTok, Empty My Lungs. It's the same on everything: Facebook, YouTube, X, everything, Instagram, Empty My Lungs. That's my band. Fully relaunching. This week I've been writing a song a day. I now have a 6-song EP ready to go. All the instrumentals are ready. I have the lyrics written. I just got to take a day to grab this bad boy and put some work in. And from there, it'll be mixed and mastered. So not only do you get the 10-year anniversary, which we're releasing this Halloween. It's everything we've released. It's a big re-release and a relaunch of my band. That's what I'm getting at, is my band's kind of coming back from the dead.
Nice.
On Halloween, nonetheless. The 10-year anniversary for Empty My Lungs. It comes with a new song called Blight, along with all the other ones we've released, and some live audio. I also have this EP in the back burner. The running title is called Necromancer, because I figured it's fitting.
Nice.
Just raising my band from the dead and continuing on like a scary zombie, right? That's the idea. I play metal, so it's cooler than it is concerning.
Yeah. Nice.
In that case, yeah. But a whole EP coming down the pipe then too for
Awesome.
For those. It's not just going to be like a re-release and then we're dead again. I'm going to keep this going. After the EP goes, I'm going to release a single every now and then, and the thing's going to keep going. And I want to turn the band page into something for indie musicians. So I'll be making playlists where my channel, since my band has a little bit of a following that I'll be able to start off with, and I'll be focused on growing it just as much as all my other projects. I'll release like my friends' projects, like their songs right on there. Like I know my buddy Chill Kid has a huge discography. I could ask him for his most popular ones and release them all on a playlist on my channel, and just kind of start propping people up, kind of like Anvil Magazine does.
Nice.
I want to kind of do that for music. So
That's
I'm
cool.
excited about all this.
Cool.
Writing a whole album, man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like knocking the rust off. And I'm used to like writing prose, weaving a narrative together, and now I'm like, I've kind of like dipped my toes in that and then come back to music, and it has given my lyrics a new flair that
Nice.
I really love. I really love it.
Cool.
I thank you guys for coming. And
Thank
I
you.
everybody for listening. Thank you, chat.
Yes.
Chat's
Thank you,
the
chat.
best.
Yes.
Bat Sauce is gay, but I still love him. He's awesome. He's a good guy. He says Alex Jones on Iron Seas. I just wanted to remind everybody that you'll see it in the future. We'll make it happen. All right. You guys have a good night. Thanks again.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And good night.